Guys, good morning, hello. Maybe we'll make this like a weekend thing where I come on live earlier in the day because I love everybody all over the world. And good morning, say hello if you can hear me okay. Yeah, so, I owe a lot of people some live videos in here, and can't force them to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning to watch me. But this is a good time to do a live. What's up, Mark? How are you? Good morning, brother. You working today? If you're watching me, say good morning. Abe. Good evening, Abe. This is an interesting one. But before I dive into how to deal with toxic people, I just want to say that I'm really grateful and very blessed this morning to be here with you guys. And this is a different version of Kale that you get this early in the morning. It's not early. It's 8 a.m. But it's post meditation, post little nature walk with the dogs. Mark says, great, bidding on a job later. You are amazing, man. They keep coming. You're going to need to hire a sales rep soon. Very cool, dude. Happy for you. So, yeah, Mark, if I can do anything for you, let me know on this. Because this was a request, and I know this person's still sleeping. Josephine, good evening. Welcome. Have any questions? Let me know. How are you? Let me know how you're doing. How's that adorable little boy of yours? Josephine's got like a male model in the making. He's super handsome. So, we got 4 people now. Good morning. Good morning. Say hello. Let me know where you're at. Normally I make like a little note card, a little flashcard thing to hit some bullet points. Hi, Heather. Good morning. So good to see you. Should we get more light? No. So, yeah, normally I do like a little flashcard thing just so I stay on point. But I have a lot of experience from this perspective, I should say. So let me just say this. We'll start it off with the best thing possible. Good morning, say hello. Sorry, I'm watching myself on the phone to make sure I don't miss any comments. Who can we change? We can only change ourselves, right? So that has to be our approach to these kinds of things, Yeah, there's certain things that we can change in our environment. There's certain things that we can change, with our work or how often maybe we see certain family members or things like that. But sometimes this stuff is out of our control, and that's obviously what we're going to be talking about in this live video, because it's like, of course, if you could just leave the person that's toxic, then no problem at all. But if you're stuck with that person, if it's your significant other and they're toxic at times, or if it's, more likely than not, it's a work situation or a family member that you can't get away from, you gotta know how to deal with them. So, excuse me. What to tell you here? So we can only change ourselves. It's the only people that we can change. Trust me. I have tried to change a lot of people in my life. A lot of people. Good morning, Romaine. Say hello if you're watching. This is a good one. How to deal with toxic people. I want the Britney Spears song in the background. So if we can only change ourselves. That's how you want to approach the situation at first. If the only person that you can change is yourself, you know that Just take it from me. You can just fight, and argue, and you can present all of the, you can be right about everything, and you can present all those rights. This person, is doing all these things that are, very toxic to whatever type of relationship that you're in with them. If they're a boss or a coworker, or they're a neighbor, or they're a family member, or they're your kid, or whatever, if your kid's an adult, that is. But it's not serving a higher truth. And fighting with them is only inviting more negativity into your heart. And that's a lot about what this talk is going to be about. So calling somebody toxic and feeling like somebody is toxic is not good for us. It's not good for our happiness. It's not good for the way. It's taken us off of that. It's adding to our anxiety. It's adding to our stress. It's adding to our feelings of doubt. It's making our foundation shaky because it's more negativity in here. And if more negativity is in here, then that is more negativity you're going to be experiencing around you. And if you're experiencing more around you and you're seeing it, and you have all these facts on how your life is so negative and you're attracting these toxic people all the time, the common denominator is you. You got to back it up before you start making all these points and start really believing that your life is not as good as it really is, because life is a gift. So just keep those things in mind. The next thing is, if you watch my video on confidence that I was able to squeeze into 35 minutes, be proud of me. I talk a lot about how to view other people as equals, not above you or beneath you, and that's super important when you're looking at people and thinking that they're toxic. But the most important thing that you want to do here, if you're stuck with this person, 7 minutes in, I'm giving you the best detail right here, is how do you change yourself, and how do you change your view of this person? How on earth are you going to be able to handle this person? You have to, or these people, you have to find a genuine interest in them. So we're going to play a game today where everyone's going to tell what they do or what they're interested in. And it's going to be a super awesome long post where a bunch of different people are going to chime in and tell a little bit about themselves. But I'll throw up a challenge that whoever begins to take genuine interests in other people, I'll do something for them. I'll make a video exclusive to the issue that they're dealing with, or if they have something in mind, then we'll talk about that. Maybe I'll give away a slot in my group coaching or something like that, if they're willing to participate and grow. So finding a genuine interest in somebody that you don't like is tough. But I guarantee you that they are not 100% the person that you think they are, or 100% the person opposite of who you would like. Doesn't matter how evil you think they are and how horrible of a person or how toxic you're saying they are. There's something about them that you have in common. We're all different, but we're not all that different. So that's important. Think about finding a genuine interest in another person. Especially if you're stuck with them. But the obvious stuff is this: if you can leave the job, leave the job. If it's a family member, then just try not to associate with them too much. But if we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. So if we're looking at a person that we think is toxic, but we try to give them the benefit of the doubt, oh, you know what? This is a perfect time to tell this story. But I want to do a video just on this story. I'll tell you guys the story, and then I'll tell the story as a video later on, and we'll make it better. So, Mark, I've been trying to change a friend that's been on heroin, and nothing I can help him because he want to get help. Dude, yeah, man, and we were just talking about this, right, brother? So, I'm sorry, my beard is, ridiculous right now. I'm actually not sorry. I don't know if you guys know, but I don't care what I look like at all. And that's not because I'm married or anything like that. It's because I think we should really cut back on caring about that stuff. just be clean. Yeah, Mark, you can't change. You can't change anybody. You know, for instance, if I wanted to change your ideas right now, I couldn't change them. I can try to inspire. I can show you, you know, like, look at how I am now. I'm doing good. Like, maybe you want to do what I'm doing, but if you have an idea that's different than mine, there's nothing that I can do to change your idea unless you're ready for it. And if you're ready for it, then you're the one who's changing, you know? You're the one who woke up that day and is like, I'm ready to change, and I'm going to do it. And I have all the reasons why I'm going to do it. So, like, let's times that difficulty to change another person by 1,000,000, and that's a heroin addict. You know, not only are they mentally thinking like, I'm not going to quit this high, you know, even if they're like, I know it's ruining me and my relationships and my friendships, whatever, like that. But it's like so physically debilitating. There's nothing more physically addictive. What your friend should do is, if he can't do like the regular help, he should, how much money does a heroin addict have, right? I hear good things about like ayahuasca retreats and things like that, and they're like very healing. But, you know, we're talking about drugs. You know, maybe LSD is his answer. And that tends to expand people's minds, and perhaps if he took some LSD, he would, you know, see the world as something. Because a wise guru once told me that people that are seeking, you know, refuge in substances and you know, drugs, whatever, they are trying to find more in this world, and it's really more about spirituality than anything. They want more of a purpose, more of a connection. And when they're high, we know what happens when he's on heroin is the ego is gone. There's no personality left. He's gone. And through meditation, you can experience bits of that, and you know, through different hallucinogens and things like that. But I believe that if we reach certain levels of happiness, that is essentially how we feel all the time, without the vomiting and the stealing from your friends that comes with heroin. Heather says it has to be in their heart, Mark. Sometimes we want it more than they do. I mean, it's 1,000,000%, Heather, that it has to be in their heart. Like, because it's not in their head. They might say, I know what I'm doing is wrong and it's bad for me, but they have to really feel it at their core. And we always talk about how we get to feelings, like thoughts, logic, thoughts, feelings. We have to, like, they have to think enough so they start to feel it. But even if they feel it, they've really got to believe it because of how debilitating that can be. So we can't change other people, and we shouldn't look at it like we have to deal with other people. We should try to love them. That's like the biggest thing in the world. You just got to shower people with love. We're kind of taking a different approach here because now that we're talking about addicts, we're feeling sorry for them rather than being angry at them, which is what this thing was about. So I'll just make sure to just tie this off, and we'll keep talking about what the group is talking about here. Is that you kill them with kindness, but you're not even trying to kill them, right? You got to love. So if you think somebody's toxic in your life, you need to take some time to yourself every day to pray for them, or to meditate on their happiness, or just to think good thoughts about them until you really feel it. And then you just let it go. And you got to change the way you look at them, because if you're stuck dealing with them, wouldn't it be nicer if you could just ignore all those things that bother you about them? That sounds good, right? Anybody feel me on that one? That's what you have to do. Trust me, I got a lot of experience with this mentality. I have a lot. So Heather says, my brother used to be an addict. Very hard situation. And like, it's hard even like the word to describe it, you know? It's tough, yeah. Thank God he's now clean. Oh, that's wonderful, Heather. But he had to hit rock bottom and want it even more than the rest of us. So like the toughest thing, especially with like opiates and heroin, is like the level of rock bottom. There's a hole there. Like, they might go down to rock bottom and then they're gone. Like, and then that's it. You know, you can easily overdose from these things and kill yourself way too easily. So that's the tough thing. So hopefully the rock bottom that they hit is more of an emotional one, right? And Mark says, right to what Heather said. Jenny, good morning. 8675309. I don't have time or the want for any toxic people in my life. So, If you don't have to, hey, good morning, Penny. If you don't have to have toxic people in your life, then don't have them in your life. But what's your life? This is your life, Jenny. Everybody. It's not that, they're in your circle of friends or you have to associate with them. It's this. This is all that's important. Because if you were a master of this, you could sit in a room full of quote-unquote toxic people, but they wouldn't bother you at all. And then on the flip side of it, if you never see them, but you're inviting them into your headspace, it's what, this toxic word is really good because it's poisoning your mind and your experience. And I know Jenny's dealing with some people that they're confused, for lack of a better word, for sure. And she's trying to do some good things for a lot of other people, but at the same time, she has to be involved with, trying to make things right. And it can be toxic. So you just got to, separate yourself from hate and from anger, while still doing the right thing. Otherwise, they say that, sipping, how does that go? Holding a grudge or resentment or anger is like sipping poison and hoping that your enemy would die. It's like grabbing a hot coal with the intention to burn somebody else, right? I mean, only one person's really going to get burned here. The only one person that's important to me is going to get burned here, and that's you guys if you're holding grudges, It's not true. Everybody's important to me, but you guys are extra important. Jenny says, I know I have a thing going on that deals with drama and toxicity, but it doesn't get in my headspace. Hallelujah. Good girl. Jenny, you're awesome. Penny, how are you feeling today? And Jenny, I didn't even ask you how you're feeling today. Or Heather, or Romaine if she's still in here. How you guys feeling today? Another beautiful day. So Mark's up early, actually. It's 6:15 over there in Texas, in Amarillo. Jenny says, I feel good. It's very easy to get pulled down. I had that issue for a long, long time, living in other people's misery. I won't allow it anymore. We do not live in other people's misery in this group. Jenny's getting the pinned comment. Ba-boom. It's true. You can be, what did I say yesterday? It doesn't matter how sad you are. You'll never be sad enough to make somebody else happy. Don't feel sorry. Don't feel pity for people. Don't. Try to make things right. Try to make things good. Try to invite more positivity into their experience, just the same as yours. Penny actually slept out for the first time in years. She's at her sister's house. Very cool, Penny. Now, what does that mean? Romaine says, blah, LOL, which must mean that she's doing really good. She's laughing so much, it's coming out like blah. We are in charge of how we feel. We are in charge of how we feel. So let me, okay, so Penny says she woke up freaked out because she wasn't home, but I'm trying to relax. So look, I think that like when we get anxiety, we forget about the most like simple things. And I'm not trying to patronize here at all, Penny. I'm trying to downplay it for you to make it feel a little bit easier. Every single person in the whole world, when they wake up in a different place than they've been sleeping for years, freaks out. Everybody. For a moment. Oh, what? And then it's, oh yeah. But that's when you breathe. That's when you relax. You don't invite anxiety in to make you think that like something crazy is happening. You breathe and you relax and you let it go. And then if you can't let it go, you're focusing too much on anxiety. So you shift your perspective onto something good, on how fun it was last night, probably boozing it up with your sister. Think about your grandkids. Think about something good and allow anxiety to go away by not thinking about it, by not paying attention to it, by paying very close attention to your breath and the good things you can be grateful for. Hey, Krista, say hello if you're still on. So I want to comment to Romaine here, who is saying blah, lol. So look, we all wake up on the wrong side of the bed, even yours truly included. Trust me, I still do almost regularly. We got the 6-month in the bed, and she does not cry at night. She barks. Bah! And it shocks me. I'm a pretty light sleeper, which is good because I'm holding the fort down here in the urban environment of Hershey, Pennsylvania, the rough-necked Hershey. But my point is that maybe we can't control our first thought of the day, but we can control our second, and maybe we missed that opportunity, but we should try to control our third or our fourth or our fifth. It doesn't matter. If some days it takes me 20 minutes to get started, but what you want to do is invite some positivity into your environment and say, today's good and I'm happy. And whatever you have to, Romaine, I bet you're like me where it's better to like jack up the energy rather than just say, thank you for waking up and thank you. I like to say, yes, I'm alive. This is fantastic. This is going to be a great day. And you would be blown away at how good that actually works and how good that feels. And you do that for a minute, and now your day is good. Now your day is fantastic. Now you're starting the day off with confidence. A little inspiration. I had a friend who was so full of self-pity and surrounded themselves with half-truths and sympathizers, support, right? I tried helping her out, but she was resistant to change and was happy in that environment of people. So I'll do this one. Happy, like most people. This group is full of people that are like willing to accept change, accept opportunity, or admit that they don't like where they're at. Outside of this group, and the people that we're slowly trying to pull in, are the people that think that their lives are perfect, but they're saying that they're happy, but they're not. They're not. They're suffering on a regular basis. They don't want to admit that they are depressed or that they have anxiety, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to admit those things. In fact, don't. Let's all stop admitting those things. But life can be happier. We're not supposed to have these like emotional ups and downs constantly and wake up like crap. A little sad, a little happy, sure, but it should be mostly happy, and we should be working towards more. We didn't start this world off in a high, happy space. Our parents didn't teach us be happy all the time. Why not? Be grateful as much as you possibly can. You're going to get down. You're going to feel bad, but it's how do we bounce back from that? How do we not let that control the rest of this was a bad day. It was a bad day? Did you have water? Did you have air? Did the sun rise for you? Are there people that love you? Do you have a job? Do you have a house? Do you have, oh my gosh, there's just so many things like, well, a thing happened today. Sure. Okay. That's fine. That's fair. That's honest. Sorry. I got sidetracked. It was that boosting up my positivity there. But she was resistant to change, as everyone's going to be. Happy in that environment of people who only felt sorry for her. They did nothing to help her out. Exactly. They're only perpetuating the problem. They're keeping her there. It's something other people are really, really good at, is reminding you who you are. And that's not a good thing if you're trying to be somebody else, right? Think about that, guys. Decided to chuck them out of my life. I like the word chuck. See ya. Hate people who don't aid progress. Feeling self-pity for years without trying to improve is just another sign of toxicity. I'm so happy that I'm going to be able to share something good with you, brother, because you are one intelligent kid, and I'm about to turn up the volume on that intelligence here. Don't hate them. Love them. Love the pity love the people that don't aid progress, that want to be stuck, that have self-pity for themselves. Don't feel sorry for themselves, and don't hate them. Don't hate them. You have no room in your heart for hate. What you have to do is learn to know that you can't change them and just say, I love you, but I can't do anything for you. And I'm not going to invite this self-pity, this negativity, this perpetuating the problem into my experience. I can't do anything for you, but I love you. Here's the thing. The path that we're on, We're all on the same path. We're all flowing down the river right now together. Some people are trying to resist it, but they're still going in the right direction. They're just going a heck of a lot slower. We're on different parts of the path. People will learn when they are ready to learn. It is what it is. Que sera, sera. Your friend, this young lady, she'll learn when she's ready to learn. You know, so you can't. It'll come full circle for a lot of us. I'm a freaking lucky guy at 31 years old to have gone through the things that I went through to shock me into wanting to be this happy. I am so lucky. I'm so lucky because holy cow, what I'm going to be like when I'm 50. Oh man, I'm going to be one really, really happy, positive, inspiring person, inspirational person. You know, most people aren't lucky enough to go through the shit that I went through and turn things around at such a young age. I mean, I'm finding people in their 60s and their 70s that are ready to turn around now. And they can, like that. Absolutely. Maybe like that, if I would describe like a month or two. But my point is that, you know, people, they'll arrive when they're ready to arrive. And there's nothing that we can do about it. So there's no need to even invite any hate and negativity because that changes your intention for your reality. Now you start saying there's a them and us. There's this group of people that want to change, and then there's the people that don't want to change. But and I think I just even said something like that. So shame on me. The contrast is good, ladies and gentlemen. We want contrast. There has to be differences. Jenny says you need to have the happy song playing as your theme song when you come on. So Jenny, a funny thing, that was the theme song my wife and I came out to at our wedding. 'Cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel, and like started our dance, and then we danced to Michael Bublé, and our actual wedding song was the Beatles, All You Need Is Love, which is very much what we've been living off of for years. Hey, Saturday mornings are good. I'd like to try to commit to this, but I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to, because one of these days my babies are gonna sleep in, and then I'm gonna get back to my old ways where I catch up on my week's worth of sleep. Ugh. So who's still here? Who's still watching? Give me a holler. Send me your favorite emoji. Send me a question. We can talk about anything at this point. I'll give you guys, as much time as we need right now. I got a big to-do list today, all beautiful things. We're going to be moving forward with the group coaching soon. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be fantastic. And then I got other stuff in the works for yous. I want to say this too. This group is still, I like the hugs, Krista. That's a good emoji. This group is still going to get plenty of value. If you can't, or if you're deciding not to go to the group coaching, you're going to be missing out on a ton of value. I assure you that. But I'm not just going to be quiet in this group anymore, because you guys are my people. We family, brothers and sisters. I see 5 in there. Where's my favorite emoji? You're probably, if you're on your computer, you're like scrolling for it. It's so much easier on your phone. And can I do anything for you this morning? I put a poll up, so make sure you guys voted for your favorite time. And for these live videos, it looks like later in the evening for me, like 8:30 p.m. Eastern is going to be the best one for most people. But definitely not for those in the UK. So folks in the UK and Europe, and I'm geographically inclined, but if you want me to come on at an earlier time of the day, you got to invite some more people from over there. You got to outnumber us in the U.S. But good luck, because we like challenges. America. Mark says it's a great family. Mark, brother, you are a great addition to that family. Chris is being lazy, laying in bed. I don't know how your kids let you do it. My kids are like, crack of dawn, they're like, it's today! I'm like, yes it is. Thank you for reminding me that, because I want to wake up like that. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Oh, and there's another question in here. How to improve the group? Well, if you guys could do anything to make this more valuable for you, let me know. That question is floating around in there. Use the search feature if you guys are ever looking for videos. I try to title them. And if you're looking for posts, use the search feature. But I'm going to jet. I'm going to get to work. Got nothing but love for you guys. Thank you so much. I could start today off with a happy cry, just thinking about how grateful I am for you. So, breathe deeply, invite calm, put your phones down, go outside, love your lives, love every second of it. It's all just another way to experience. Krista says, 2 teenagers and a 9-year-old that thinks he's a teenager. That's awesome. Yeah, those kids are sleeping. Heck yeah. Have a great day, everybody. I love you. Peace.